Hey, this is former LA Birds and Philadelphia Warriors skater Little Richard Brown. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you'll be notified whenever a new roller games video is uploaded. Thanks for your support and thanks for being part of Roller Games.
Jumbo 747 Earlene Brown and a grand slam 5 Thunderbird points picked up by Julie the Ace Patrick, and you gotta give the assist to Earlene Brown.
Okay, 37-40. Bombers will take a timeout and be right
Bringing you the second play of action, fans, the second half of action. There we are, Ed Darien here along with Peter Kelly, bringing you all the play-by-play action. It's for Thunderbirds from Los Angeles against the Bay Bombers of San Francisco. And number 5 is Ralphie Valadares, Peter.
That's about the best skater you're ever going to see on a bank track. Ralphie Valadares, been around 20 years from Guatemala, was going to be a jockey, put on a little bit too much weight. And look at that hockey stop.
That's what they call it, a hockey stop.
The perfect hockey stop. And the Larry Smith for a single, and that just makes a man look like a fool. He's got all the ability in the world, Ralphie.
And there's number 33, Larry Smith, having a few choice words with Ralphie Valadares. All right, the pack getting intact now. Okay, Big John Johnson in the lineup, wearing number 9. He's a big one, a strong fella. Big John Johnson. All right, Valadares now with the helmet on. He gets the nod. Larry Smith will keep him company, but for how long? Smith goes down. What do you know? And no score on the play. No score either team. And the score remains 40-38 in favor of the Bay Bombers.
There's a young man just out of training school, James Paul, I think his name is, walking on thin ice playing around with John Johnson.
That could be a mistake. That could be a mistake. There's Big John Johnson.
Johnson, 6'6", 260 pounds, and you just don't play games for that kind of a guy.
No, you don't. Okay, the referees, Bobby Hernandez and Abel Lara. All right, the pack getting intact now. For the Bay Bombers, number 32 is Lewis Taylor. He's a newcomer to the Bay Bombers. Okay, it's Jim Torigno. They call him the Road Runner. Number 2, Jim Torigno. And there is number 34, Jimmy Paul, pouring it on the Road Runner, Jim Torigno, but he recovers. He's putting it in high gear, moving right behind, and look at Torigno, the Road Runner. They don't call him the Road Runner for nothing, Peter. He's something else. And Torigno is back in this jam. Jim Torigno, the Road Runner. All right, he's up now to number 34, James Paul. Torigno in trouble. Yes, sir, he's in trouble. He's going to... What a leapfrog over James Paul. What a super play, Peter.
Beautiful play for 1 point. 39-42 Birds, and that's the leapfrog, and what a beautiful play that is.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Just cut it off in time before that late jammer came in for the Bombers.
Just a super play by Torigno. That was full determination. The reason why I say that, Peter, in the beginning, he was knocked down and then came back, got up, picked up his helmet, went on and picked up a couple of big Thunderbird points.
So we got action in the main field again.
Plenty of action. There's referee Bobby Hernandez signaling a fine on number 34, Jimmy Paul. Okay, now Larry Smith, he's the coach of the Bay Bombers, and he lets Hernandez know that was not a fair call, but there Jimmy Paul gets out of there, fans, and they gave him a helping hand. All right, the pack getting intact now. Now there's Larry Smith going over to little Ralphie Valadares. Meanwhile, the pack is getting intact. All right, number 32 is Lewis Taylor. All right, and they're ready to go. Ralphie Valadares with the helmet on, number 5. Okay, they're whipping out. This is none other than number 6 for the Thunderbirds, Larry Hamilton. Hamilton, whoopsie daisy, over the rail goes Larry Hamilton. It knocks him out of the jamming contention here. And number 36 is Lenny Turpin. Lenny Turpin up. Big John Johnson, look out, he gets railed. Johnson, well, that wasn't Johnson, I'm sorry fans, that was Burnett Jackson that got railed. And this is going to be trouble for the Thunderbirds because Lenny Turpin hauling it off and picking up a few big points, 4 points to be exact. The scoreboard reading now, the Bay Bombers 44, Los Angeles Thunderbirds to 39. And the clock has stopped here. And now we're just waiting, fans.
I think we're going to take a replay of that last jam. Ed, just waiting for it to come up now.
That was a pretty good play.
Jackson Turpin jam. And the thing we want to show you here is the rail and just what can happen. And you'll notice when he does go over this rail, his back goes into the front row of the seats. And that's a long way to fly. Here he comes now. Here's the shot. He hits up, over, and straight and right there into the edge of the seats. And that hurts. Okay, here's Turpin coming onto the rear of the pack. He's going to get an assist here from Larry Smith. There's Johnson blocking there. Smith moving him high, running the offense. Squats through the inside and cuts to the floor. Fine jam, an interesting play there. And we'll take a timeout.
44 and the Los Angeles Thunderbirds 39. By Big John Johnson, number 39. Here is number 31. For the Bay Bombers, and that's Henry Jones. Henry Jones. And here we go now. Number 36 is Lenny Turpin. Turpin. Whoa! Turpin over the rail.
That's Larry Hamilton. Larry Hamilton coming into the rear. 36. Turpin.
He's
again.
back up here, number 6.
Oh,
Larry Hamilton down. Play. Now this Hamilton, he's something else.
we're going to point out here.
Oh my goodness. Oh, injury. That's got to be an injury.
Oh, we have to point out there, there's only 1 point. He can skate past the
Wow.
ground all day, but it's still 1 point.
Larry Hamilton just calmly goes over to his bench and sits down. That's really something else.
Well, they're scraping the other guy up, I think, off the outside the track there. He is hurting. I can see him from here, and he is hurting. Score 40-44 for the Bombers.
The pack getting in fact now. Okay, number 32 is Lewis Taylor. Taylor's going out now, and he's right behind number 1, Burnett Jackson. Big, burly Burnett Jackson. He's up, and Taylor goes down.
Coach Larry Smith.
Big, burly Burnett Jackson.
Smith's doing a fine job of blocking. Man, he's no small man. No score. No score on the jam. 40 points for T-Birds, 44 for the Bombers.
There's Larry Smith, not too happy. Andrew, referee Bobby Hernandez, this could be, you're not supposed to touch the referee.
I think that was an accident, and he didn't mean to put his hands on him.
Trying to calm him down, but you're supposed to keep your hands off of the referee.
Yes, I'll show you that very quickly.
The score is the Bay Bombers 44, the Los Angeles Thunderbirds 40. Excuse me, the pack and tack now, the jam is on.
Turpin and Valadares on the jam there. And a cutoff.
Right.
And a smart thing to do, too, by Turpin. The score remains 40-44 Bombers. Now, we're getting pretty close to the end of the period here, Ed. Just about time for one more jam. And it's Ralphie Valadares.
All right, the little Guatemalan Ralphie Valadares, wearing number 5, and he's being pursued by number 33, Larry Smith. Smith up, and look out, both jammers now. Valadares and Smith getting up in a hurry. These two guys are real hard competitors, and look out. Larry Smith more or less shoved Valadares right into the pack as Smith scored 4 big Bay Bomber points.
It's 40-48 Bombers, and we're going to take a replay of that and just to see exactly what happened. But a fine play by Larry Smith, I think. You don't pull that over Valadares every day. Here's the start of the jam with Ralphie. Okay, here comes Larry Smith. They're going to hold the pack in the center of the track. Stop the pack on the center of the track on the other straightaway and hope one can push the other into it. And there's Valadares being pushed into the pack. Smith in for 4.
Very good play. And the score now, 48-40.
Hi, this is Gina Valadares. My father, Ralphie, spent most of his career with the Thunderbirds. This Roller Games broadcast is brought to you by the new book, Rolling Thunder, The Golden Age of Roller Derby and the Rise and Fall of the LA T-Birds. Enjoy the skating action.
Here we go now. The girls are on the track. Ace Patrick, the lone jammer for the Los Angeles Thunderbirds. Julie the Ace, number 34 for the Bay Bombers. Number 7, let's see now. Number 34 is... she gets railed, and oh my Aiken.
Jennifer Richards taking a heavy bump
says
there.
Jennifer Richards.
36, Annis Jensen.
Annis Jensen, a real veteran. Okay, she's moving up now. Julie the Ace Patrick. And by the way, fans, please bear with us. We are having a little technical difficulty from the auditorium. Now, we're in a soundproof booth, and sometimes it's very hard to pick up the crowd noise, so please bear with us. We're doing everything possible to bring back the crowd noise. Okay, there's Cavello clapping her hands in approval.
Okay, the referees say 3-3 for Annis Jensen on that play, which would bring it to
3 points.
51-40 points.
It's the score now, the Bay Bombers 51, the Thunderbirds 40.
Right.
All right, the pack getting attacked. There's Cavello saying that she's got all the brains. She's the one responsible, and Annis Jensen getting those points. Okay, the sound of the whistle, the jam will get underway. Okay, this is Donna Young, number 31, and little Francine Cochut, a French-Canadian. Alrighty, this is number 31, Donna Young. She gets the nod. Okay, now number 31 is Donna Young, the lead jammer. And she's all by her lonesome right now. And she's moving to the rear of the pack. And right behind her is number 6 for the Thunderbirds, Renee Foster. Okay, look out, look out. Number 7, Jennifer Richards, knocks down Donna Young. Now, Richards talking strategy over with number 6, Renee Foster. Now, let's see how the Thunderbirds fare in this one. Over the rail, Donna Young, she got back up, but over the rail she goes. And now there's Jennifer Richards, and look out, the Bay Bombers, Cochut going down, and number 37, Ann Cavello going down. Renee Foster has a chance to pick up a few big ones here. Foster over the rail and picks up 2 big Thunderbird points. And a scoreboard reading now, the Thunderbirds 51, or check that, the Bay Bombers 51, and the Thunderbirds 42.
I think that's one play they're going to have to practice a little harder. It didn't go quite as well as I'd hoped. 2 points and a rail. I think they have to put a little more time in on that play.
Absolutely. All right, the pack getting intact now. The sound of the whistle, the jam will get underway. It's just interesting to see. We have a lot of these veteran skaters on the track, Peter, and really they're doing just as good, if not better, than the younger skaters.
Yeah, I was just thinking it. I haven't seen so many veterans on the track at one time since Old Timers Day.
Yeah.
As they have
That's
every year, of course.
Right.
And it's amazing these people can still skate.
That's right.
If you're injury-free, you're lucky you can continue. Okay, we've got Coach Shu and Toledo.
Holy Toledo going down. This is Francine Cochou, the French-Canadian, moving up to Jumbo 747, Earlene Brown. All right, Cochou up. Earlene Brown, she's a tough one. There's Cochou signaling over to Joni Weston. And let's see what they're going to work out. And it backfired on them, but the jam is still on. The jam is still on. They're going to give it another try. It works this time. And down goes Cochou. She gets back up. Earlene Brown going after Francine Cochou, missing the block. And there's Cochou gliding through, going down again. Little Francine Cochou picking up a few big ones here for her Bay Bomber squad.
I think they called 2 points. She went in the infield before she got up to the rest of the pack.
Yep.
2 points.
2 points on that play there. The Thunderbirds and the San Francisco Bay Bombers. And again, fans, I'd like to remind you that, please, we are having technical difficulties, the audio portion of our program. You must remember we are in a soundproof booth, and therefore we cannot always have the crowd noise during our shows, but please bear with us. We're doing the best possible thing we can, and we'll try to get the crowd noise back to you as soon as we can rectify the problem. Okay, this is Jumbo 747, Earlene Brown hitting the rail, and here's the lovely Ann Calvello. Ann Cavallo wearing number 37 for the Bay Bombers. And there's Jumbo 747, Earlene Brown. Okay, Brown containing Calvello. Now Brown, she's got Calvello. This could be trouble. Calvello trying to get by. Look out. She's up. Look out. Calvello trying to keep her balance. Number 747 drops Calvello, and Calvello doesn't like it one iota. No way. And look at 747 Earlene Brown. And a $10 fine on Earlene Brown, and she just doesn't care. Hands on her hips. The referee there is Abel Lara. All right, the pack getting intact now. And look at Earlene Brown helping Calvello back up, or... Yeah, oh, Earlene Brown helping him up and then knocking him down again. And I don't think they thought it was funny. Okay, Weston and Calvello going out. Now, there's Abel Lara signaling Brown's got to go into the penalty box. But she doesn't care. She had her fun out there, Peter.
She's making her money. She doesn't care.
That's right. Okay, the pack getting intact now.
.52.54, the Bombers. The Bombers been leading most of this game. And see that experience is paying off for them.
That's right. Okay, the pack getting intact now. Here we go. This is Francine Cochou, the lead jammer. Okay, and she's got her teammate with her. Uh-oh, over the rail. Another Thunderbird. I believe it was Terry Toledo. And right now, two Bay Bombers, number 34. There you see Baker, Barbara Baker. Okay, this is Francine Cochou now. Cochou trying to get by. All right, now Weston drops back as a decoy. Let's see how the Bay Bomber gals are going to fare on this play. All right, there's Cochou putting it in high gear. Under, and yes, sirree, Cochou gets by, waiting for her teammate, Barbara Baker, and they score big. They score big.
4 points on it.
4 points on that play.
The key to that play, Ed, was when Cochou went up and under the legs, she waited. She turned around and waited till her teammate got through, then called the jam off. She could see someone else coming in. We're going to go to replay here, right here now. Okay, they get rid of Toledo. Not too much of a problem. Coming into the rear, there should be the double block setup. Double block, it's Richards and Toledo. Now here's the squat, not Chet.
All right, here's Cochou and number 34. Okay.
Okay, here it comes. That's an assist from Weston. She turns, sees that the other girls come in for points, then cuts the jam off.
A good play, and 4 points for the Bay Bombers on that one. Now we're back to live action. There's Francine Cochou. All smiles now. Back to the live action, and the score is the Bay Bombers 58, Los Angeles Thunderbirds 45. There's Ann Calvello. She's yelling at somebody. She is something else. All right.
And I don't think they're going to get another jam off, Ed.
Time is
running out in this
Time
period.
is running out here. They're trying to get a quick one. There's Denise Todd for Los Angeles. She's trying to get her wheels rolling right now.
They can't get it organized here.
All right, number 32 is Barbara Baker. She's moving for the Bay Bombers, and let's see how she's going to do it here. Time running out. There's Jumbo 747, Earlene Brown. Brown defending. Look out. Brown going down.
As Cochou
Barbara Baker, rather.
Cochou in a late chase, and Toledo on a late chase behind them.
There's Toledo. Now Toledo has a good chance here. She's up to number 7, Jennifer Richards. Richards with that last-minute whip there, and look at Terry Toledo. Terry Toledo picks up 3 Los Angeles Thunderbird points. What a play, and don't you go away because we're going to have more skating action, but first, let's pause for these very important...
Hi, I'm John Hall, former T-Birds General Manager. This roller game skating action is brought to you by the publisher for Rolling Thunder, the golden age of roller derby and the rise and fall of the LA T-Birds. You can order this spectacular, exciting book on Amazon. Enjoy this final period of roller skating action.
And here we go. This is the nitty-gritty of it now. This is number 6 for the Birds, Larry Hamilton. All right, Larry Hamilton on the move, and he's got company in number 34. Whoa, James Paul over the rail, or rather check that, Paul coming right back. And again, fans, we'd like to remind you that we are having a little technical difficulty with the audio portion of the program. You have to remember that we are in a soundproof booth, and therefore the crowd noise does not come through at all times, but they are working hard on it to bring the crowd noise back to the game. Okay, 3 points picked up by number 34, James Paul. Now there's Paul going back at Ralphie Valadares. Look at James Paul. This guy's turning into a lion right now. Number 1 is Burley Burnett Jackson, and he goes down. And whoopsie daisy. Big John Johnson finally coming over to this guy. And look at Johnson. He drops James Paul. Yes, sir, he was tearing up that Thunderbird lineup there for a moment. And all of a sudden, Big Johnny Johnson comes along, and zap, down goes James Paul. All right, the pack getting intact now. We're in the final skating period of the game. The score, the Bay Bombers 61, the Thunderbirds 45. Let's see, it's number 32 is Lewis Taylor. He's got a helmet on for the Bay Bombers, as does number 33, Larry Smith. And Larry Smith placing his hands on his hips, calling the play off. And Peter?
I don't know what he saw. He must have seen something back there.
Possibly, or they have the lead and maybe they're just stalling for time.
Could be. Why not? 45-61, but you need more
still
points.
Plenty of time.
There's plenty of time left.
It's about at least 8 minutes left in this game.
I don't know. I don't think he liked what he saw, who was wearing the jammy helmet.
There's Ralphie Valadares talking strategy over there with the Roadrunner Jim Torigno. Okay, the jam is on now. Number 35, make it John Drew. John Drew what? There's number 32, Lewis Taylor. They both call it off.
We're going to have to wait and see on this one.
We're waiting for the official call on this one. I think they went out, just called it off.
Well, there's some confusion about it, Ed.
We're trying to find out what it is.
We'll get back to you on it. We're still waiting ourselves. They're still arguing about it in the infield. Valadares is having something to say about it there.
That's for sure. Okay, the pack getting intact now. As soon as we get the score, we'll pass it on to you. This is the All-Star Skating Game of the Week. Larry Smith up there. And he just pointed to his head and said, this guy's crazy. Okay, the pack getting intact now. Number 35, here we go, is John Drew. Number 32, his teammate Lou Taylor. 2, Bay Bombers on the move now. At the rear of the pack, look out. Hey, what do we have here? 2 Thunderbirds on a late chase, and they capitalize here. Yes, sir, number 1, Burnett Jackson. They capitalized here, and we're going to take a brief pause here and come back with more skating action.
We're going to go to a replay right now. We're going to go to a replay to see this. Here's Louis Taylor and Drew.
Right, John Drew.
There's Johnson.
There it is right there. And look at the Thunderbirds, a late chase by Burnett Jackson and Larry Hamilton. A fine play. Now we're back to the live action again, fans. It was just a fine play by both Burnett Jackson and Larry Hamilton.
And
Big John Johnson
still picking themselves up off that track.
Yeah, they're still down. Yes, sir. This is number 34, James Paul, and he was trying to wipe out the Thunderbirds earlier, Peter.
Who is James Paul? I don't think I've heard of this young man before. He must be something out of the training school from the West Coast area.
Possibly. There he is.
It's a mystery man that the boys know about skater.
No, good little skater. All right, the pack getting intact now.
Valadares with the helmet there.
Right.
Smith with the helmet looks like it could be the 2 coaches.
Okay, number 5, Ralphie Valadares. There he goes. Yes, sir, he recovers in the nick of time, and he's rolling right now. Ralphie Valadares rolling, moving right behind number 33, Larry Smith, and look out, Valadares hits the rail. And a tough break there. Larry Smith gets by.
Well, Ralphie zigged when he should have zagged there. He should have sidestepped Johnson and let Smith sidestep Johnson come underneath Smith and dump him, then go in. And I think Big John Johnson got a little bit confused with the play there.
That's right.
Didn't read it quite as well as he could have. But then again, John's only been around 6 or 7 years, and Ralphie's been around 20, so
right.
I guess Ralphie expects too much sometimes.
That's true. That's true. Okay, the pack getting intact now. This is War on Wheels, what you're saying. You know, speaking of Ralphie Valadares, he has a nice little business during the off-season here. All right, the sound of the whistle. The jam will get underway. He has a little bicycle shop. He keeps, really.
Oh, I didn't
He does
know
a
that.
very nice job with that store.
Okay, here we have
Larry
Hamilton and Jimmy Torigno out in the jam.
The Roadrunner Jim Torigno. Okay, 2 Thunderbirds on the move now. Let's see how they fare rather. 33 is Larry Smith. And, okay, Big John Johnson, he's going to stick his noodle into this one. Let's see how they fare. This could be trouble for the Bay Bombers. Maybe it is trouble. And what do you know? Hamilton and Jim Torigno get by, placing their hands on their hips, calling the playoff.
Now we're going to take a look at that jam again.
That was
a little hard to see. I didn't know if someone went into the infield before they scored the points or not. I'd like to have
well,
a
what
second
it
look at that one.
was, this James Paul pulled away, as did Larry Smith, preventing more disaster. Okay, here they go now, Torigno and Hamilton. Moving up. Now, this is where John Johnson now will come into the picture, I believe. This is it right here. This is the turn right here. Right here he comes now, John Johnson. And this is where Johnson was of great value, right here. This play right here. Now, that's it. Larry Smith saw Johnson coming. He knew he was going to pave the way, but Smith continued to skate on.
So they say 7 points there.
Exactly. 7 big points. 4 and 3 on that one.
He did go into the infield, but not before he got by the pack.
Exactly. He scored the points for us. It was clearly shown. All right, the pack getting intact now. And the sound of the whistle, the jam will get underway. Time is running out. We're in the final skating period of this game. And the score is 68-67. The Bay Bombers with a 1-point lead. All right, here we go. This is number 1, Burnett Jackson, followed by the Roadrunner Jimmy Torigno. Can they do it? They're moving up. They trail by 1 point. Torigno and Burnett Jackson. There's Larry Smith. Hey, they may do it again, fans. Yes, sirree. Burnett Jackson and the Roadrunner Jimmy Torigno. Yes, sirree. There's Burnett. He's all smiles right now. A fine play by both Burnett Jackson and Jimmy Torigno. The pack getting intact now. Hard skating team. Time running out of the game, Peter.
This is going to be a runaway win for the team. It's already 85-68.
That's right. This game is at the Olympic Auditorium. We're in a soundproof booth, so please bear with us. Okay, number 6 is Larry Hamilton. He's putting it in high gear from the inside. He gets by, calls it off. Larry Hamilton scores, and the Thunderbirds are voting. We're waiting now. The pack getting intact. This should be it. We're coming down to the nitty-gritty of it all. It's the Thunderbirds and the Bay Bombers from San Francisco. Okay, this could be the last jam of the game. All right, little Ralphie Valadares gets the green light. He's off. Right behind him is Larry Smith. A one-on-one situation now. Valadares and Larry Smith. One-on-one. And let's see, there's Smith. He too is a fine skater. Valadares trying to shake him loose, but still one-on-one. Now they're coming to the rear of the pack. Valadares and Smith, and Valadares from the inside gets by, calls it off. What a play by Ralph Valadares and his Los Angeles Thunderbird team.